Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. My name is Nikki Kirk and I am out here in the Arizona desert outside of Tucson because I travel full-time in a fifth wheel while selling on Amazon. So I'm able to be out here and then go sourcing in Tucson. So today I'm doing a much requested video, which is not a lot of fun. You know, it's not the fun part of selling on Amazon, but it is a part of selling on Amazon, which is insurance requirements for Amazon sellers and sales tax requirements for Amazon sellers. If you take away one thing from this video, please let it be that I am not an expert. I am just an Amazon seller telling you what I know from selling on Amazon. I am not a tax expert. I am not an insurance expert by any means. So please don't just take my word for it. Do your own research into your own business, runnings, dealings, all that. But this is just what I know and from what Amazon is telling us. So with that, let's jump right into the Amazon insurance requirements. So this has come up, it comes up in waves. It seems to be, I don't know if maybe someone did a video on it and then everyone kind of asks the question. But if you are wondering about insurance requirements for Amazon, here is what they are. Now this is just for the US. I don't know about other countries, so I'm just talking US here. When you sign up for an Amazon account, you are signing up for their Amazon Service Business Solutions Agreement, which is what it's called. Those are the terms and conditions that you're signing up for. And item number 9 on there is insurance. So I'm going to read right from Amazon what they say on item number 9. I'll post it here for you to read too. If the gross proceeds from your transactions exceed the applicable insurance threshold during each month over any period of 3 consecutive months, then within 30 days thereafter, you will maintain at your own expense throughout the remainder of the terms commercial general, umbrella, or excess liability insurance with the insurance limits per occurrence and in aggregate covering liabilities caused by or incurred in conjunction with operating your business, including products, completed operations, bodily injury, with policies naming Amazon and its assignees as additional insured. So that's a lot of lingo, right? In simple terms, talking only professional sellers, not individual seller accounts, so professional sellers. If you do over $10,000 gross proceeds, which means not your profit, the total sales number that you do. So if you're doing in total sales $10,000 for 3 months in a row, then you have 30 days to get your general liability, umbrella, all that, whatever, insurance for Amazon. If you do not hit $10,000 for 3 months in a row, then this does not apply to you and you have to make your own decision whether your business needs the insurance or not. But Amazon's telling you that if you $10,000 in sales 3 months in a row, then you got to get the insurance. And you have to keep the insurance for the rest of your selling time. Now you don't have to have an LLC or a business license to get insurance. You can get insurance as a sole proprietor and you can get insurance from pretty much anywhere that sells insurance. It's a lot like car insurance. You should shop around for the best price. If you just Google FBA Amazon selling insurance, there's a lot of different things that come up. I originally got mine from Cover Wallet and it was $250 a year. So it's not crazy expensive, but it is a business expense and it does go as a tax write-off come tax time for your income taxes, business taxes. It's gone up since then. I think sellers are getting it for $400 a year. Either way, like I said, it's like car insurance. Shop around, get the best price. Amazon tells you, and I'm going to link all these links from Amazon below. They tell you what it needs to say. It has to say like this certain thing, which basically adds Amazon to the policy, and you just give that to your insurance policy and they'll add it on for you. So here's what Amazon says the insurance policy criteria is. For the commercial liability insurance, your policy must meet all the following criteria. Policy limits must be at least $1 million per occurrence and in aggregate covering all liabilities caused by or occurring in conjunction, blah, blah, blah. It has to be that, so you want $1 million per occurrence. The policy type can be either commercial general, umbrella, or excess liability insurance. Policy must name Amazon, which is what I was saying earlier. It has to say it on there. Policy must cover all the sales of your products that you're listing. Insurance must match the name of the legal entity. So this is a lot like the Ungated guides. It has to match your legal entity. So if it's your business name, then the insurance needs to have your business name. If it's your personal name, and because you're a sole proprietor, then it is just your personal name. So it has to cover all of that. And then, like I said, a few other things. So I'm going to link them all below. That is the insurance requirement. So $10,000 in sales, again, not profit, just gross sales, your sales numbers that you did, that you see in your app when you open it, $10,000 3 months in a row, then you do have to get it. Again, only professional sellers. If you're an individual seller, this doesn't apply. Okay, so now the second thing, which is not so fun, which everyone has questions about, is sales tax. Sales tax in Amazon. We're talking Sales tax here, not income tax. So, sales tax. Again, reminder, not an expert. I'm just telling you what I know. So, Amazon collects sales tax for just about every state which it's required, which does sales tax. So there's obviously states like where I'm from in Oregon, we don't have sales tax there, so you wouldn't have to, and Amazon doesn't have to file sales tax there. But in the states that do collect sales tax, someone has to remit that sales tax to the state. And there's now marketplace facilitator laws in almost every state which make Amazon have to do that. It was not always the case when I started. It was not the case at all. There was, I think, only 1 or 2 states that Amazon did it in, and the sellers had to do every other state. But because of the marketplace facilitator law that's rolling out or has rolled out across the country, Amazon now does it for us. So what it means is the marketplace, Amazon, they are the platform, the marketplace that's selling. They're responsible to facilitate that sales tax for third parties, which is us. So they have to collect it and remit it to the state, which is obviously they have that infrastructure, right? They already were doing it for themselves. I don't know why they didn't do it for anyone, but it's a huge blessing that they do it for us now. However, there are 3 states where they do not. And there's only 3 states because, like I said, some states don't have sales tax. So the 3 states are Florida, Missouri, and Kansas. So because those states don't have the law, we are responsible to remit the sales tax to them as sellers if we have Nexus. I did a blog post last October which covers all of this, and as of today, it is still up to date. But things are going to change later on this year, hopefully, because Florida passed a law earlier in 2021 that they passed the bill, and as long as it makes it through the legislature, then it will go into effect in July 1st of 2021, where Amazon will have to start collecting that tax for us. So that's great. In Kansas, however, they passed the bill, and then just this month, the governor vetoed it. So that is not going to happen in Kansas in any time soon, so you will have to get your sales tax license if you have Nexus there, which I'll cover in just a second. Now, Missouri filed the same bill late last year in 2020, and I haven't seen any updates on it, so I think they're still going to possibly vote on it this year, and maybe they just haven't gotten it to it yet. But it says that if they do vote and pass it, it will be in 2022 when that takes effect. So what is Nexus, and do you have it? Nexus is essentially if your business has any physical tie happenings in that state. So obviously the easiest ones are your home state, right? You live there, you're doing business out of there, you're maybe registered there. So your home state, you obviously have a Nexus in. Now the problem is with selling on Amazon, it gets complicated because technically any order that you ship to your customers, that state that they're in, you also have Nexus there now. Not only that, if you're doing FBA, you are sending your products to Amazon, and they have, I think, something like 34, I don't even know, it's probably a lot more warehouses now in different states. So there's a lot of different warehouses all over the country, and not only that, if you send it to California, but they send it to Tennessee for whatever reason, your inventory transferring, that's all creating Nexus for you. So this is why it's great that there's laws that make it so we don't have to do this. But for Florida, Missouri, and Kansas, if you do have Nexus in those states, then you technically do need to file and remit your sales tax there. Now, how you can see if you have Nexus is a bunch of different programs. TaxJar is the best one. There's also Quaderno out there now. It's a new one that I heard about just a couple weeks ago. It's kind of like TaxJar, where you can pay for them to lock into your Amazon selling account, and then they will pull all your sales and tell you what you owe that state. So it makes it really easy. Unfortunately, because now there's less states that people need it for, the price has gone up. So TaxJar used to be $20 a month, and now I think it's $100 a month, so it's gone up. Now what this looks like is if you do have Nexus and you basically just go like you're doing a resale license tax certificate. You would sign up for it, you get your number, and now you remit any sales tax that you owe to the state when you need to do it. A lot of the states do it quarterly, some do it annually. I know a couple states I would call in and say, hey, I'm sending you like $2 every quarter, can we just do this once a year? And they would change you to annual filing. So definitely something to look into if you're not doing a whole lot of sales there and it's kind of just annoying to send a couple pennies every quarter. If you do get a sales tax or sign up for the sales tax of that state that you're signing up for, if it's your home state or these other 3 states, then you just remember, you do have to file when it comes, because I think people don't necessarily say that or mention that. So you don't just get a retail certificate and now you can go buy tax-free. You actually need to file your taxes. Even if, for me, like Amazon does it in my state, I still have to file I do it biannually, so twice a year. I have to still file 0. I have to say that Amazon does it for me. So you do still need to file, otherwise you might get some penalties, so just make sure you're filing. Okay, so that was the not so fun stuff, the like heady stuff that no one wants to really think about, but that is a part of doing business selling on Amazon. So I hope this video was helpful and explained it a little bit easier for you. I posted the blog that I did, as well as all the links to Amazon below in the description of the video. Also, if you want help and you want to join my beginner FBA selling course, take the training, join the group, that link is below, as well as my ungating guides or my bolo group. All those links, as always, are below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful. Happy sourcing, and I will see you next time.